Hey guys, Al from GuitarFinds, and welcome back to another episode. Today is a special day because normally we do not do product demos, but today is different. In my hands is a 2024 Hello Kitty Stratocaster by Squier, and I know a lot of YouTubers have already been going over the demos, seeing how it sounds. It actually sounds really good, but this is a little bit different because, well, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon on this one, and f*** it, let's do a gear demo. I just picked this up for $400, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if there was another Hello Kitty YouTube video for everyone to watch? And I know a lot of YouTubers are already doing videos about this, but I wanted to do a little bit something extra, because why not? Because in the shop, we also have the 2005 version, or 2005, 2006, something like that, but hey, don't quote me on that. We have two of these side by side. We're gonna do a comparison to see exactly which one is better. These are trading for about $1,000. These, you can pick them up, or at least you could, as of a couple days ago, for about $499 with free shipping. So this one costs twice as much as this one, but we're gonna go ahead and see, you know, is it really worth twice the guitar? And if you stick around to the end, we're gonna compare it with another guitar, which is a slightly higher price point. You'll wanna stick around for that. So in this incredibly super scientific test, let's do the weight test. Let's see, I will say they kind of feel the same in weight, but we'll actually go into the back and we have a scale, so we're gonna go ahead and check that out to see exactly which one weighs more. But if I had to guess, I'd say the new 2024 model does, but we shall see. First thing I notice immediately are the bows on both guitars. This is the new one, this is the old one. The bow on the newer one, the 2024 model, is much more red than the actual like pink one of the original from 2005. I like the pink better because it, you know, pink guitar, pink bow versus like pink and red. Although the contrast is nice on the red, but you know, pink just looks more classic because it's all just one nice uniform color. They did a really good job at making the noses virtually the same color. This one has a little bit more vibrancy to it, probably because this one's not aged versus this one, which has been, you know, I don't even know, 20 years, I think, maybe, possibly. I can't do the math. Comment down below how long it's been since it was first introduced. The next thing I noticed, which is kind of cool, this actually has the screws as opposed to just the flat pole pieces on the 2005 model. So I feel like the 2005 model, I think like the general consensus is that the pole pieces, if they're flat, they're kind of like a low tier model pickup, versus having actual pole pieces and screws that you can adjust if you want to. That's pretty cool. That is an upgrade for sure versus the older model. Another thing I noticed are that along the lines with the red bow and the pink, the fret dots, the fret markers are actually the same color as the bows. So for the 2005 model, pink bow, pink fret markers, 2024 model, red bow, red fret markers. So comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Would you have liked the pink on pink, or would you have liked the red on red with red dots? Definitely cool, nice taste to it. Another thing I noticed, and this is probably shrinkflation at its best, the actual size of the pick guard is much smaller on the newer model than the older model. The thickness on the older model is much thicker compared to this one, which is, oh gosh, very, very skinny. Ooh, and I just noticed something else. This pickup actually has screws for adjusting, which is cool. This one, I don't even know how this is in there because there's no screws. I don't know how it's mounted. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have anything on the back. That's interesting. I just noticed that right now as I was filming. Another glaring difference between the two are the headstocks. You have the 50s style headstock on the newer model versus the 70s style on the 2005 model. So that's a huge difference. You know, it's really personal preference at this point when it comes to headstock styles. Some people like the 70s model, the big logo and the big headstock. Others like the smaller one. Because of the Hello Kitty graphic on the headstock, I'm gonna have to give it to the newer model on this one because, you know, the older model's kind of plain Jane. There's nothing really to it, just says Affinity Series, has Squier Strat on the headstock, nothing too fancy. But this one, for the 2024 model, they really fancied it up, and I really appreciate that. I think they did a good job in kind of adding a little bit of pizzazz to it. I will say the overall color is a very perfect match. This one was never in the sunlight, so it hasn't faded or anything from the 2005. This one, obviously, since it's brand new, just a nice shade of pink. Same as this one, a really nice shade of pink, and they're pretty much spot on. I mean, under these light conditions, I can't tell the different shade of pinks. So they did a really good job at really just having the exact same shade of pink. The hardware, the actual bridge itself, I would say, I mean, maybe this one's dulled from over the years. I can't knock points off for just kind of being aged slightly as opposed to, you know, just coming out in 2024. So no real difference comparisons in the bridges. I will say, and this is, I feel like a snob saying this, but the knobs are different. Yes, so you had just pretty much a normal, oh, this is a little loose. Not gonna ding at points there, but you have just the normal, you know, volume knob here that's not colored or anything like that, versus the 2024 model, which actually does have a pink colored knob. The numbers and the volume wording are actually in pink, which is completely different from just the kind of plain, regular run-of-the-mill Strat knob on the older model. We are at 1.65 on the new model. And on the old one, we are at 1.57. So this one actually has a bigger nut. Okay, that's probably also why it feels a little bit better when you play it. So moving along to the back of the guitar, there are two obviously different designs for the back that they chose. One just has Hello Kitty all along the back of the guitar, but the 2005 model actually has Hello Kitty one on top of the other. And it says, yeah, 2005. All right, cool, now I know. So let's check out the necks on these two guitars. The new ones have the poly finished, nice clear coat on it, which, you know, actually doesn't feel too bad. I will say this one has a little bit of a cheat code because the previous owner, yeah, this is actually used, believe it or not. I did not get this from a store. I actually got this from a private party who sold it, but he actually sanded down the neck so it feels like much like this one, because the 2005 model actually has a unfinished neck and it feels really good. And this is, you know, it's old, but it also hasn't been played, but it feels like it's been played heavily because of the nice unfinished neck. And this one, because of the modification that was done to it, this one kind of feels the same way. But if it hadn't been modified, I feel like it would have been probably still an equally good neck with a poly finish on it. Have to mention the tuners. These are interesting. They feel really cheap. They look really cheap. I mean, they're like, I don't know. I feel like you can get these on AliExpress for like, you know, a couple bucks. They're just, I'm pretty sure they're plastic. Maybe they're not plastic. They look like they're plastic, but they may or may not be. I don't know. But they look very cheap. But they still look cool. I will admit that. They still look very cool. Now, compare that to the 2005 model. These, I know, are metal. They feel really, really strong. Yeah, those things are definitely going to stay in tune for a very long time. And I'm pretty sure these will too, but they just look cheap. But I also like the 50s, the oval buttons. Those are pretty cool too. So if I had to choose between the tuners, I would definitely go with the 2005 model, simply because I know these are metal and these are like metal-ish looking. Another thing I noticed on the back, obviously both of them are string through, but you can tell they cut costs down because, hey, I'm sure this costs like 5 cents, and then this little tiny cover costs like 2 cents. So hey, you save money. For the modding community, having a larger control cavity definitely is better. You can put a battery in there and put EMGs in it. Tough time trying to put EMGs in this one because there's just such a small cavity for just basically the volume pod. So that's kind of what I see for these two. Let's go ahead and weigh them. The 2005 model. 6 pounds, 11 ounces. All right. Next we have up the 2024 model, 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Wow, okay. So we have a clear winner. The 2024 model is definitely heavier. And I know I told you at the end I'd compare it to another guitar. This is an old guitar, it's 63 Strat. Let's see how much it weighs. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. So comparable and comparable to the 2024 model. Same headstock style too. So there you have it. Here are the two Hello Kitty guitars, one from 2005, one from 2024, and another hardtail from 1963 to throw into the mix. We're gonna do a real quick demo of the three, and you tell me which one you like best. So there you have it. comparing the 2024 Hello Kitty guitar, the 2005 version, and a 63 hardtail Strat. So let me know what you guys think. Which one sounded the best? The 2024 Strat, the 2005 Strat, or the 1963 Strat? Wildly different price points, but all very, very cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So with that, Al from GuitarFinds, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.